Mr. Hastings, did you graduate from high school, sir?
No.
Okay, let me give you a little thumbnail sketch of the American system of government. Mr. Hastings, don't press your luck with me, son. Don't press your luck with me.
Or what? You gonna sentence me? That what you gonna do?
Judge John Murphy, a Brevard County Circuit judge and an assistant public defender in Florida, took exception to the rule of court officials maintaining appropriate behavior in court. Not only did they lose their composure, but they also went ahead to entertain the packed courtroom. 56-year-old Judge John Murphy served as colonel in the United States Army Special Forces in Afghanistan and several other countries. He was awarded the Bronze Star and 2 other medals for his meritorious service. He probably thought he was still in the military when he challenged Andrew Weinstock, the assistant public defender, to fight during court proceedings. The disagreement started when Weinstock refused to waive his client's right to a speedy trial, and Murphy wasn't pleased with what he saw as disrespect. The courtroom was already packed with people waiting their turn, and he was looking for a way to lessen his load. Angered, Murphy warned Weinstock that he would have stoned him if he had a rock.
You know, if I had a rock, I would throw it at you right now.
He ordered Weinstock to sit down, but the assistant public defender was committed to defending his client's rights. He noted that his position gives him the right to stand and represent his clients. Who doesn't love a committed attorney? At this moment, Judge Murphy lost it and challenged Weinstock to a fight out back. Weinstock didn't seem like the type to back down from a challenge, not even from a decorated ex-soldier. Both men entered the hallway, a blind spot for the court camera. According to court documents, both men went at it amidst cursing from the former colonel. However, a deputy eventually separated them. The judge walked triumphantly back to the courtroom amidst cheers and clapping from defendants who heard the whole scuffle from inside the courtroom. It's only courteous to clap after being entertained, least of all in a court. The Florida Supreme Court wasn't a fan of courtroom entertainment. They overturned a fine of $50,000 and a 120-day suspension handed to Murphy by a disciplinary committee and removed him from the bench. Weinstock resigned later, but the video of their fight went viral, and Murphy was termed the fighting judge. Rebecca Doherty. Judges are often at the high end of the stick, giving fines and sentences to individuals who committed one criminal offense or a misdemeanor like driving under the influence. So it's expected that they know better than to commit any of the crimes that they have been sentencing people for. Police officers were called to the scene of a crash where an SUV drove off an icy ramp and slammed into a ditch. A 55-year-old woman was met in the car and promptly arrested. She refused to take a field sobriety test or a breathalyzer. On further inquiry, she informed the police officers that she was intoxicated and out of her mind. As if to confirm that, she revealed that she is a judge.
You're intoxicated.
I am so intoxicated.
Luckily, the officer had his body camera on, and the whole exchange was recorded. Police confirmed that she is the Portage County Common Pleas Judge Becky Doherty and was taken to the Bromfield Police Station. In the station, Judge Doherty was booked on a first-degree misdemeanor charge of driving a car under the influence. Video recording showed her being loud, refusing to sit down, and asking the officers if they knew who she was. The judge could barely stand and vomited at the side of her car when officers found her broken down in tears at the station. She stated that she had lost one of her kids. She requested that the officers call County Sheriff Major Larry Limbert, but their attempts to reach him were unsuccessful. She was arraigned, pleaded guilty, and was sentenced to 180 days in jail. Her driving license was also suspended for a year, and she was ordered to attend a driving course. However, her sentence was later reduced, but her license remained suspended. She paid a fine of $375 and was ordered to attend a driver's intervention program for 3 days. Pinky Carr. During the height of the 2020 pandemic, the government ordered everyone to stay at home. But Judge Pinky Carr must have been operating under a different law because she continued her regular court routine and, wait for it,
the person is not here, as I've noted all week. Corona, day 3.
If this were her first and only misbehavior, it would have been chalked up to over-dedication to work, and she would have been let off with a warning. However, she had a long list of misbehaviors. The Board of Professional Conduct submitted a 58-page report to the Ohio Supreme Court detailing more than 100 misbehaviors, including wearing tank tops and other inappropriate dressing to court and jailing someone for rolling their eyes. Carr initially denied that she didn't order the arrest of people who didn't appear in court during the pandemic. Nevertheless, the video recording showed her handing out bonds and jail terms to people who rightfully stayed at home.
Hearing no response, note the time, 8:55. Officer present, no defendant. Capias will be issued.
Carr's attorney, Nicholas Froning, told the court that sleep apnea and menopause caused a general anxiety disorder in his client and were the cause of her misbehavior. Carr has already admitted to many of the allegations against her. Froning tried to show that people react differently to sleep apnea and menopause. Still, the Ohio Supreme Court didn't have it. They suspended her indefinitely. However, she can reapply after 2 years, with a report from a medical professional stating that she is able and competent to practice law. Judge Fred Schott. Driving under the influence is usually a straightforward case in court, but not when the booking officer makes a mistake. Charge Officer Wagner arrested Lisette Gonzalez for driving under the influence. Still, he didn't administer a breathalyzer or blood alcohol test. He ticked a box saying she was going over the legal limit of .08. Wagner's mistake led to Gonzalez's driver's license being suspended. Gonzalez was arrested 2 months later for driving on a suspended license. When the case was brought before Seminole County Judge Fred Schott, he wasn't very pleased with the prosecuting team for trying to punish Gonzalez without evidence. He noted that her license should not have been suspended in the first place, as there was no evidence that she was driving under the influence. He called for Officer Wagner to be charged with perjury, but when the prosecution team declined, he dismissed the case. The exchange got heated, with the judge angry with the injustice meted out to Gonzalez.
Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely
citation.
not, Your Honor.
A jury has found Gonzalez guilty of driving under the influence. Although a judge can overrule their decision, it's rare. Judge Schott was criticized for his outburst and unprofessional behavior and was later transferred from the criminal division to the civil division. John Wool is not new to court controversy and is being reprimanded by the State Commission on Judicial Conduct. In 2007, he was criticized for making inappropriate comments regarding sexual orientation and race. However, Wool has yet to learn his lesson. The Clark County Superior Judge presided over a misdemeanor case where a juvenile, who didn't have a representative, said he wanted to represent himself.
I'd like to fight for myself and not have an attorney.
Oh, that's not a smart play.
That's
like going out on the field with the New York Yankees and you've never even learned how to play baseball.
That's fine.
I'm not going to do that. You're going to have an attorney assist you in this matter.
Nevertheless, when the teenager insisted, Wool lost his cool.
I'm doing my job, sir. My job requires that I protect your constitutional rights, you as an American citizen.
He scowled at the boy and pointed out that he needed an attorney and that he had no intention of bringing his courtroom into disrepute by allowing a high school student without any understanding of the law to act as a lawyer in his court. The boy and his mother didn't seem to agree with him and said they wanted to plead guilty. This time, Wool didn't hold back.
And if you're too stupid to know that what I'm trying to do is protect you, then let me spell it out for you. I am trying to protect you, your rights, and your freedoms.
His choice of words didn't go down well with some people in the court, and he apologized after a while. However, there was no apology, and he still called the boy stupid. The State Commission on Judicial Conduct deemed his comments undignified and discourteous. Because he was found guilty of violating some and not all of the improper conduct charges leveled against him, he was only reprimanded and ordered to attend an anger management evaluation and counseling.